We got another amazing flatland seed right at spawn. As you can see, got a good amount of flat area for building or whatever the heck you want to do here. And you have a village off in the distance with more flat area. Great area for building. You have 2 craters relatively close to spawn for those who like these little craters. I kind of like them. Pretty good build potential, especially if they're near a flat plains area like these ones are. If you look over here, you do have a little river, a little flat area on the other side of the river, and on the other side of the forest you do have another village. Now if we take a look and head over in this direction, alongside this hill you do have a decent amount of flat area to work with, and it continues to go on pretty much around the hill. You do have a little meadow area over there as well, which is usually good for building. And on top of this hill you do have some areas that are great for building because it's pretty flat. Like on this side it's pretty flat, a lot of great build potential. Over here it's a little bit more sporadic, so enjoy. We got another amazing flatland seed. If you look towards the sun, you got a little bit of a crater that leads into a cave system relatively close to spawn, so if you like that, there you go. You do have a small little flatland island right there. Great for building if you want that. However, not too far from spawn is where it really is. Look at that. Great plains area for building. A little bit of savanna biome right there. Nice little village right here. Little sandbar island right here. Another little island right there. And look. That's a shipwreck. Right by a village, which I think is pretty cool. And if you come over here, you do have this little area right here. Little jungle. It's not a very big one. It's like a couple trees and that's it. With a little ravine. So yeah, if you like this kind of seed, enjoy. We got a massive flat seed here. As you can see, large plains biome right here with a lot of flat area for building. Got a pillager tower over here and more flat area, as you can see. If you are a fan of floating pieces of land or chunks of land, you got a lot of flat area over here as well. There you go. That little piece. It's not very big. It does have 1 tree on it. So if you're a fan of that, enjoy. Now, if we come back over here, we do have a Sakura tree biome on top of that hill. Another one over there. It looks good when you build on here and you have that in the background. That hill looks pretty cool as well. You got a little ravine or valley area right there and over there. And last but not least, we have a pretty good sized village, as you can see right here. A little cave system that drops down below, as you can see. Or I should say more of a ravine than a cave system. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Enjoy. So right off the bat, we got a pretty large flat snow seed right at spawn. Got a lot of flat area to work with. You do have a little village right here on this hill area, kind of divided by like a little mini ravine. You got plains biome right next to spawn. So if you like having these 2 seeds right next to, or 2 biomes right next to each other in a single seed, there you go. As you can see, large plains biome. A lot of flat area to work with. A little mini crater right there. Rune portal right over there. And if we follow along this general direction, you will see another village, snow village, right over there in between the 2 ice spike biomes. And then you have like a little island, a little flat plains area right there for you to enjoy. And if we go over here, you will come across yet another village right over there. A little bit of flat area over there as well. So you have a lot of villages on this seed, a couple craters spread throughout, and a flat snow seed and a flat plains biome all in one. So enjoy. We got another great flat seed right at spawn. You do spawn by this river with a little piece of land sticking out right here. It's not an island, but a good amount of flat land on this side of the river. If you come over here, got a decent amount of great area for building in this plains biome. And if you come over here, top this little hill right here, got even more great flat area for building. And more closer to this river, in between these two rivers, you do also have some pretty good scenery with that hill right there. And got this little ravine right here. If you keep following it, you got a pretty good spot for building, like right up here and a little bit right there. You can end up incorporating this in a build or something. And over here, in between these little areas, you do have a good amount of flat area for building. So if you want to end up incorporating that as well, there you go. Enjoy. We got another amazing flatland seed. This one's in the middle of a desert though, so if you like desert flatland seeds, let me know. Actually, let me know what's your preferred flatland type, whether it be snow, desert, mesa, hills, etc. Anywho, as you can see, got a couple little trees nearby, which is good because not all the time will you have little desert trees in the middle of a desert. It's actually pretty rare. Who thought that? Anywho, you got Rune Portal right over here. Good amount of flat area in this desert area, right by this pretty large jungle and bamboo forest right there. So that's honestly pretty cool. More flat area. In the middle here, you kind of got like a little oasis, plains area, mixed in with the desert with more jungle over in that area, with a little mini mesa / badlands biome right there, which is kind of cool. And if you come over to this side of the desert, the flat area becomes a little bit more sporadic, but it is there on top of the hills, a little bit over there, a little bit over there, and a little bit by this lake right here. So if you like that, enjoy. We got another God tier seed. This one is spawning you along a coastal area right here. You got a couple small little flat islands spread throughout, as you can see. That one's not flat way over there, but there's a couple of them out there that is pretty good. You have this nice little beach area that's pretty flat. If you go over here, for those who like ruined portals, there's one right out there in the middle of the water, so enjoy. And if we come on back over here, you can see we got a pretty good plains area with a good amount of flat area for building up here and further along this area right here. Got a little lava lake and some more on the other side of the plains biome right here. And then over here you got a little bit more, some more beach area right along the forest area right there. And if we come up here, this part of the savanna biome does have a good amount of flat area for building up here on top of this hill. And over here we got a pretty large sakura tree biome or cherry tree biome right here. And you do got some flat areas that are pretty good for building, like right along this part of the hill. And you do have a snow-capped mountain peak in the background for scenery. And overall, really good seed. As you can see, the scenery is pretty good. Enjoy. We got another God tier flatland seed. This one is a much larger plains biome right here. As you can see, really good area for building. It's one of my favorites. Got this nice little village right over here. It's not that big, as you can see right here. You got pretty good scenery in the background, ice spike biomes, a couple hills over here. You got another pretty amazing hill right over there. If we head over in this direction, we got more plains area that are great for building. A little bit right there next to that hill in the middle of that river that expands into a larger body of water. And over here we have another village. So you did have that one village over there, got another village right here, and you got a little bit of the snow plains biome right here mixed with ice spike biome. So if you like having snow or your ice spike biomes close to your plains biomes, there you go. Enjoy. We got another amazing flatland seed. Now for this one, you do have a little bit of plains area for building right here on this side. You do have a pillager tower and you got a couple little islands out there that can be pretty good for building. A couple tiny ones out here as well, but the area where the most flat area for building is going to be by this river, which I really like this seed for it. So on both sides of the river you have a pretty good amount of flat area for building on the plains biomes. And if you just follow the river, you can see great building opportunities right there. And further up in between these two hills, you have a pretty cool river village. As you can see, pretty good one. You do have some savanna biomes further along the line, or further ahead. But yeah, great flatland village right here, and great building opportunities a little bit further downriver. So enjoy. We got another god tier seed here. So you're going to spawn along this coastal area right here. And one of the best things about this seed is the fact that it is a sparse jungle at the start, which gives you some jungle, but it's sparse. You know, there's a lot of space in between a lot of the trees. And one of the best parts about that is you can get seeds like this where you're in the jungle, but you got a lot of flat area for building, like right here. Just look at this. This is a really good opportunity for building. If you keep following through the sparse jungle, you will come across a plains biome. As you can see, you got a little pillager tower right over there and a pretty large plains biome that has good opportunity for building as well. And right by the jungle that you come out of is a pretty good sized village that is right along this part of the jungle, which is a little bit more trees than flat area, but overall really good. Plains, flat jungle seed area, and a pretty good little jungle village. Enjoy. We got another amazing flatland seed. Now this one is on an island. You're going to spawn over on this part of the island, which does have a good amount of flat area for building. As you can see, you do have another nearby little island right here, a little bit of forest, some flat land on the other side. But the most part, or like the largest part of your flat area is going to be here. And as you go further on, a little bit right here and a little bit over there. You do have a little bit of forest area right there, which is pretty cool. But one of the things that sticks out about this seed is the really good scenery. So you have a pretty good hill / mountain area right there. As you can see, you know, I'll even come over here and just look at that. That's like really, really good scenery. And if you want to build on there or do something over there, you can do that as well. And we do have a couple of extra features. You can kind of see them sticking out. They might just look like typical sand to you, but they're actually pretty interesting features. As you can see, they do have chests and whatnot in there. So you got a little bit there, and you got quite a few of them over there. So if you like those features, on top of this, a pretty amazing flat island right here. Enjoy. We got another amazing flatland seed. As you can see, right off the bat, great building potential. You do have a pretty large forest over on this part of the area though, but if you look down here, just a lot of great building potential. And you do have a rune portal kind of in the middle of the plains biome with a hill on that village there. So if you look around, really good build potential. As you can see, you got some more plains over on that part of the plains area. Then on the other side of this hill, you do have some more flat area as well. So if you really like these kind of seeds, there you go. Enjoy. We got another amazing flatland seed here. If you look into the plains part of this seed, you got a really large flatland area in this plains biome. There's just tons of building potential here and won't require that much work. If you come over here, you got a pretty good flat area right over here. And then if we start making our way to this towards the sun, you got more flat area, pillager tower, pretty good hill for the scenery. And on the other side of the hill, we're going to come across a little village that's going to be right alongside the hill. As you can see, there it is. Really good build potential right there as well, because you do have some flat area right in the lead up to the village. Then you got the ice spike and snow plains part of the seed, which does have a good amount of flat area. some on that frozen lake and the frozen islands right there. It's a little bit right here. And then we have our snow village that's on top of this hill with some flat area right here. Not as much, but we do have more snow plains areas over here and more on the other side over there. So if you like those kinds of seeds, enjoy.